green at the ready. John Shaw to lead away from Colin Farr. Watch Farr get out quickly in the 9 car on the outside of the front row. They're racing. No siree, it's Shaw who gets away quickly. Fast tries. He's going nowhere until they get halfway through the corner. Now he's got the pedal on and he'll race it to the outside of Walker. And here comes Rod Bowen up on the inside. Choo! It's dancing and prancing its way through the turn. Down the front straight, John Shaw doing a good job. He couldn't hit his ass with a powder puff last week, but he's doing a good job tonight. And Ivan Walker, who looks like he's going somewhere, it's either victory lane or he's going to stop somewhere between that.
75's taking Bowen for a ride at the moment. It's not the other way around. The inside front wheel cocked off the ground most of the time.
Oh, there goes with a kangaroo juice in 66. Down the back chute, look at Ivan Walker. Up on the inside. And they'll have 5 to go this time around. Can Walker pull him in again? John Shaw doing a great job with the Airbus entry. Goes into the bottom turn. He's running about mid-track. Walker's car's got that much grunt. He pulls him in coming down the back straight. Then he gets it all spastic as they run up into turn number 3. This time he's in good shape. They come off the turn. Walker will pull him in now. Watch this. Down into the bottom corner, now tucks it in for the inside, but that is not the quick way out of the turn. Shaw's got the fast line. He comes down the back chute, and here comes Ivan on the inside. Can he hang on to it? Whoo! Almost did. It jumped up in the air, and Farr has a second bite and thought twice of it as Ivan Walker came back in and sitting behind one of these things with a bucking and jumping and lurching from side to side. You'd really have to be a game guy to want to pass. Front straightaway with the white flag. And your race leader is John Shaw. No problem about Shaw tonight. He's looking sharp out there in the 66 car and he wheels it into the 4th turn. Walker's in strife, let me tell you, and heaps of it, as Shaw takes it across for the checker. Farr picks up the 2nd. With 1 lap to go, Ivan Walker running in 3rd and Skip Jackson out of this completely. Last corner coming up now for John Shaw as he comes off 4. That's a good drive. Put your hands together. The youngster from Sydney takes the win over Colin Farr. Ivan Walker in 13, Skip Jackson and Rod Bowen. And the one thing you can say is they all got home safely.
In the time of 2 minutes, 1.84. Okay, the chute is empty. The field lined up in rows of 2 off the top turn, 20 laps ahead of them, and we have a start to the feature. Bruce Hill goes into the lead. Peter Attard, as predicted, goes high. He's gone too high. Oh, he's hanging on there. He'll come back, but he's lost about 7 places. Bad mistake in the opening corner. Main straightaway. Hill the race leader. 1 lap down. 19 to go. John Shaw, as Andy mentioned, settling in quickly in car 66. Sweeping up wide is Orr in 57. Oh, boy! Peter Attard almost cleaned up. Chris Orr in car 57. The ruts are playing a big factor in this. It's not bad driving by a lot of them. They're just trying to make do with the conditions. Up front you see the battle for the lead developing quickly between Shaw and Bruce Hill. Shaw and Hill fighting it out for 1st and 2nd, and coming out of the clouds is Ivan Walker. Through to the inside and into the lead goes John Shaw after a mistake by Bruce Hill. Slipping into 3rd place is Ivan Walker, and then comes Peter Attard, who's grass cutting to the back straight away, but Ivan Walker manages to hang on to 3rd.
Attard could have been excused for putting his head between his legs and going back to the pits, but he's up there in 4th position. And Johnny Shaw, car number 66, one of the most consistent performers on the action track, way out in front as he goes high on turn 3 and 4. Rod Bowen, Skip Jackson and Ross Nicastri finding it very difficult to make their way through the pack. Keep your eye on Ivan Walker, challenging now for 2nd position. Walker looking for some racing room here on Hill. Bruce Hill down the back straightaway. The race leaders, John Shaw. Keep your eye on Hill, and here comes Walker, front wheels in the air, and yes, they do. Arthur Cowan goes running for cover. Attard does his impersonation of a motorcycle up the main straightaway. Bowen into 5th position, Nicastri 6th, Grimson and Jackson way out of touch here at the moment. The race leader is car number 66, John Shaw. Ivan Walker around the outside, and Walker into 2nd. Ivan Walker tied it up nicely, then untied it just as quick, but he manages just to hang on to 2nd position. Bruce Hill still in there in 3rd, and now, Steve, the challenge coming from Peter Attard.
Lightning overhead, lightning on the circuit as well. John Shaw down the back straightaway. Chris Orr decides to call it quits and goes to the trotting track. Shaw is driving comfortably, driving 2 track conditions, now coming up to lap the slower cars. Ivan Walker back in second, in all sorts of trouble, and into the crash rail on the inside. Peter Attard finally stops, but that's a costly exit by Attard. Further back in the pack, it's Rod Bowen doing it the hard way in 75. There goes Shaw into the back chute. Dives low on the inside of Jackson, who's just really spectating here tonight. He's going nowhere. Still second is Ivan Walker. Third is Bruce in car number 88. Followed through by Ross DeCastri in car number 11 and Rod Bowen.
And Shaw still looking good out front. Quite a distance. He's even packed a few of the slower cars in between himself and Ivan Walker non-stop so far in the sprint car main here tonight. Brought to you by Solid Tint Window Tinting. The race leader, Johnny Shaw, down the back straightaway, high into 3 and 4. Seems to be the go at the moment. Ivan Walker in there in second. A long way back, and Bruce Hill even further back in third position. Bowen and DeCastri starting to make inroads. Bowen up into fourth, and you can bet your bottom dollar he'll put his challenge forward to number 88. Bruce Hill, the race leader, right across the start-finish line now with 5 laps remaining.
75 almost turned inside out then as Rod Bowen gives it everything to catch Bruce Hill in 88. Now goes inside line. There's the chance, and he takes it, goes through. That would put him in third spot in the field. Rod Bowen up to third. Well, he deserves some recognition. And Castry in trouble, almost got bogged down there. There's a big rut developing on turn number 3. Some of them are starting to back off a little bit. They must be really desperate to hold on to the steering wheel and keep control of their cars. DeCastri now trying to grab a place from Hill in car 88, using the high line around the outside. Shaw is the leader coming on to the main straightaway. Shaw's got a quarter of a lap on Ivan Walker. Laps ticking away. There's your race leader going on to the back straightaway as Ivan Walker crosses the start-finish line. Back in third is Rod Bowen. Next at hand is Hill. The final lap in what's been a most eventful race. 5 minutes, just a shade over 5 minutes we've been racing. The checkered flag flying, and John Shaw, Mr. Reliable at Parramatta City Raceway, is going to clean up big tonight. The checkered flag for car 66. John Shaw home first. Claiming second, Ivan Walker in car number 13. And third placing in tonight's main event will go to Rod Bowen in the Bucking Broncos 75.